Good evening. Assalamu alaikum, meaning peace be unto you. The first word which was revealed in our holy book, Quran, was Iqra. Read. Read in the name of your Lord, who created you from a congealed cloth, who taught you the use of the pen, which you did not know before. There is great emphasis in Islam to read and learn. The highest document of Muslims is Quran. The best practical manual is the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Prophet Muhammad said, striving after knowledge is the sacred duty of every Muslim, male and female. He also said, seek knowledge from cradle to grave. My dear friends, education is a movement from darkness to light. One of the greatest assets of human mind is to contemplate. So going back to the responsibilities of the Muslims in providing an organizational structure, Islam does not have a classic clergy system. Muslims believe that there is no distance between a humble human being with his relationship with God. As a Muslim raises hands, before his words reaches his tongue, God Almighty can already perceive his words and emotions close to his jugular vein. So there is more emphasis on personal relationship with God and accountability. Muslims believe that they are the highest, human beings are the highest creation of the Lord, and with their actions they can maintain that high stature, or by taking wrong decisions they can get to the lowest level of humanity. A moment of contemplation is better than years of mindless ritualistic practices. These are the words of our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. There is a verse in Quran which says, "Inna fi khalqis samawati wal ard wa ikhtilaf al-layli wal albab." Translation: it is in the creations of heavens and earth. It is in the alternation of day and night. We have signs for men and women with understanding. So Quran constantly extols us to think and ponder on the creation, the purpose of the creation, why God Almighty created us. So to get that support, Muslims approach imams and scholars. There are many organizational levels like Amana, American Muslim Association of North America, ISNA, ICNA, and there are many universities in Egypt, India, and America. Al-Azhar, there is a new university coming in California called Zaytuna. So each one of us, depending on its capabilities, tries to get special knowledge and extra knowledge regarding the jurisprudence and training in Quran. I myself am a gastroenterologist. I deal with human bodies. I use scopes, fiber optic scopes, to go inside human bodies. The fascinating part is, as soon as you pass the scope beyond the incisors, all human beings are the same. Same color. I cannot distinguish between a black person versus a white person versus a yellow person, Latino, Asian, or Hispanic, or Pacific Islanders. Sometimes I take biopsies, and then there is a little bit of blood which comes out from these human bodies. And it is the same red color in every human body. So I guess we need to focus on the commonalities of human life. There is a verse in Quran which says, Ya ayyuhan nasu inna khalaqnakum min zakrin wa unsa wa ja'alnakum shu'uban wa qabaila lita'arafu. Meaning, O people, we have created you from a single pair of male and female and scattered you into nations and tribes so that you may know one another, not despise each other. And the most honorable in the eyes of Lord Almighty are the ones who are the most righteous. So as human beings, as people from all faiths, we have to focus on the commonalities and lend dignity to human life. As our holy book says, وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. Every human being deserves to live with dignity. Coming to the academic aspect of the talk, as Muslims we have local organizing bodies, and there are constant changes in the society, evolution, advancement of science. I'll give you an example of organ transplantation. This was not there 1400 years ago, but now there is this new concept What about genetics? What organs can be transplanted? Can we do cadaveric transplantation? So there are organizations, there are scholars who believe in the science of fiqh, where they go through jurisprudence and then decide what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. Our Prophet said, seek cure, as God has not created no disease without creating a cure for it except old age. And Holy Book says, whosoever saves a life has saved the entire humanity. So there is a ruling that transplantation is agreeable according to the rules and regulations of Quran. There are certain restrictions. You cannot transplant genetic material. If there is fertilization, it has to be within the boundaries of marriage. There are many fiqh councils, jurisprudence councils in Al-Azhar, in UK Muslim law, which have accepted that. There are some do's and don'ts. You cannot transplant organs based on financial incentive. You cannot sell those organs. Neither should you cause any permanent harm to donor or not. Moving on to the next topic. As Muslims, we have faced a barrage of questions about terrorism. How does it associate with Islam? Again, the Fiqh Council, the organization body, has given a fatwa, which is a jurisprudence ruling, where a group of scholars have come and said, there is no scope for terrorism in Islam. I have visited Ground Zero with 4 of my boys, and we have gone through the names of the people who have died. You will find names of Christians, you will find Jewish names, you will find Muslim names, you will find Hindu names, you will find Sikh names. You will find names of peoples of all faiths, of all linguistic colors, and male and female, of all denominations. My dear friends, terrorism is blind. Terrorism has no future. It is a dead end. As Muslims, we condemn any acts of terror. It is very clear that terrorism does not differentiate between victims of race, color, gender, or religion. As faith-based communities, we have to organize ourselves to make this place a beautiful place. As Muslims, we try to take out a part of our earning to share with the poor and the needy. There is something called zakah, where you have to give away 2.5% of your savings to the poor, the needy, and the underprivileged people. It is one of the pillars of faith. It is just not optional, it is obligatory. Apart from that, you can give sadaqah, which is like optional charity. And as Muslims, we are taught to follow moderation in every kind of dealing. Our Prophet said, if you have less, you need less. If you need larger things to satisfy yourself, it creates heedlessness. He also encouraged us not to build big homes, not to compete with one another in matters of this world, which you will leave behind. So finally, my dear friends, this life is a passing phase. It is a test for Muslims as they go through, and when they wake up on the day of resurrection, they're accountable for their actions. Only the righteous, who avoid vain talk, who give charity, who stay within the boundaries of marriage, who are kind to their parents, these are the people who will be the inhabitants of paradise. We have to use our time efficiently. These are the guiding principles, and if we have any questions, we approach our leaders and imams to get further information. Thank you.